and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all.
Call the roll, please, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Pontilivski,
Here.
Commissioner Basleys, Commissioner Cedeno,
Here.
Commissioner Sefeli, Commissioner Lopez,
Here.
Commissioner O'Day,
Here via Zoom.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Here.
Commissioner Walker,
Here.
Chairman Romano.
Yeah.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as follows. Posting notice of Resolution 801-2025 on the County Commissioners Bulletin Board, first floor, Administration Building Annex, Jersey City, New Jersey. Copies of the above mentioned resolution have been sent to the county clerk and the editors of the Kearney Observer and Star Ledger. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the caucus meeting on November 12th, 2025, and the regular meeting on November 13th, 2025?
Motion.
Second.
Rodriguez and Cedeno.
Commissioner Pontilivski,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys, Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli, Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes.
First order of business, I have a laudatory. You want me to read that into the record?
Which one is that?
This is on BAPS.
Just.
They're here.
Representative.
They are here.
Okay.
Thank you. To recognize and commend BAPS Swaminarayan, I hope so, Santasha BAPS on the occasion of their 25th anniversary. BAPS is a worldwide Hindu denomination dedicated to fostering faith, stirring service, and promoting better living. And whereas His Holiness Puru Swami Maharaj established the BAPS Hindu Mandir in North Bergen, New Jersey on October 8th, 2000. Whereas 2025 marks 25 years of service and faith in Hudson County for BAPS. Whereas Mandir offers a welcoming and spiritual space for hundreds of families, as well as worship, fellowship, communal meals, education, and activities for young and old, creating a true home for the faithful. And whereas the Mandir offers youth activities that encourage and mold young people to live lives of integrity and character that reflect our highest ideals. Whereas the Mandir brings His Holiness Paruka Swami Maharaj words, "In the joy of others lies our own," to live through support for those in need, whether through health fairs, food drives, or disaster relief work. And whereas the volunteers of BAPS have time and again answered the call to serve humbly, selfishly, and inspirationally. And whereas BAPS Mandir has a storied history of helping immigrants to the United States retain their connection to their faith, but fully embrace and join in America's civic life. Whereas the BAPS Mandir adds to the rich tapestry of diversity that makes North Bergen and Hudson County a beautiful place to call home. And whereas the BAPS Mandir in North Bergen hopes to serve its congregants and the local community with even greater zeal in the next 25 years. Now therefore be it resolved by the Hudson County Board of County Commissioners that the board hereby commend BAPS on the organization's commitment over the 25 years to selfless service in communities across the United States, including North Bergen and Hudson County, and extend to BAPS volunteers a sincere appreciation for their meaningful contributions to others. May I have a sponsor and a second?
Second.
Second.
Commissioner Pontilivski,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys.
Yes.
Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano. We have representatives in the chambers.
Yes, and also every time that any of the commissioners to come to visit for any of the celebrations, we're all well received with love. And the Mandir is a home of hospitality to all. And I know that so many different holidays that we experience there. So thank you for the hospitality. Namaste.
Kevin, can I say something?
Go ahead, Bobby.
I just want to say, thank you for
Mike.
coming.
Use the mic.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for your 25 years. You're in my neighborhood. You've been tremendous to all the children, families, holidays, everyone that comes to visit you. I really, truly am blessed because I know all of you and you do a wonderful, your part in our community. And it says here tapestry is exactly what it is, tapestry. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Okay, come on up for a photo.
Thank you. Christmas party in December.
Thank you.
Can you guys get closer a little? Thank you. Everything, congrats. Sure. Yes. Thank you. Are you there?
Great job, guys. Garrett, are you singing?
That was Barry singing. Did you want to report,
Before-
Al, on the minutes?
Yeah,
Is Al-
Al, are you going to accept the minutes from November 12th, 2025 and the regular meeting for
Yes,
November? 15th?
I vote aye.
Okay, thank you. Before I turn it over to the administration, there is a replacement for number 1. Please note that.
No, John.
Okay, I'll turn it over to the administration.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. As was indicated, we are presenting a replacement for number 1, which is the transfer resolution. The reason for the replacement is to transfer money into 3 additional accounts. Division of Roads and Bridges, $70,000. In the event that we may need it for inclement weather. For Office of Traffic Signals and Signs, $30,000 to cover the traffic signals equipment for the month of December. And then the third one is to the Director of Roads and Public Property, $30,000 to cover bus transportation services that are conducted by the Schools of Technology.
We need to amend it or no?
Yes.
I make a motion to amend.
Second.
Is there a second?
Who yelled?
Second.
Sefeli.
Sefeli,
Yeah. oh,
Commissioner Sefeli.
Yeah.
Commissioner Pontilivski,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys,
Yes.
Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes.
And then, Mr. Chairman, we're replacing a number 16 because the year was incorrect. The resolution that was presented on Tuesday stated January 1, 2025 to December 31, 2025. It should be January 1, 2026 to December 31, 2026.
Council, do we need to redo that? Or just it's a typo?
It was a typo.
Typographical.
We don't have to do that. We're good.
And then the information that was requested on the educational programs, we sent that electronically, but we did provide a hard copy to the clerk. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Any questions, Billy, with regard to that?
No, I just don't know why you just don't move to amend 16 just in case. I don't know what was posted on our website or anything like that. Just takes 30 seconds to do it, right? So I'd make a motion to amend it to reflect the date, that it's now 2026 as opposed to 2025.
I second that.
All right.
We have a first and
Right
second.
back, please.
Commissioner Pontilivski,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys,
Yes.
Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes.
According to the policies set by the Board of County Commissioners, members of the public are asked to limit their comments to 5 minutes when discussing agenda items and 3 minutes at the conclusion of the meeting for persons who submitted a written request to discuss matters of public interest. At this time, the public may address the board on any item on the agenda only. Please keep your comments limited to 5 minutes. Are there any speakers on the agenda items only? There being none,
To close.
oh, I'm sorry, well, hold on, hold on.
Speaker.
On number 18, Mr. Mitchell?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to know about this resolution transferring the custodian of the petty cash fund from Esther Suarez to Wayne Mello at the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office.
Counselor?
And can you tell me how much that is and what it was for during her term as well? What she used it for?
Counselor? We want the law department. You answer.
Well, for me, I don't have the answer. That's a finance question. I believe every department needs to have a petty cash person, and it's simply because Prosecutor Suarez.
And whenever you change the custodian.
I think the administrator can expand on that.
That is correct. The reason why the prosecutor's office has always had a petty cash. When there is a new person, you need to change the name. Right now, it's still under the name of Esther Suarez, and obviously she is no longer the prosecutor. So we're just naming Mr. Mello, who is the acting prosecutor, to be the custodian. And you know, how they use that is really within the purview of that office. That information isn't shared with us.
So nobody knows the information and how much that she receives on petty cash? Or itemized what she's using it for? The public needs to know, I think, that we should definitely know what she's using it for, and what is Wayne Mello gonna use it for as well. And I think he should not even be prosecutor in Hudson County. He's been covering up a lot of stuff.
I
don't, you know.
can't address that.
Oh, my God.
So nobody knows. Greg Guy, does he know? Anybody? Nobody knows anything. Adam, you know,
You wanna-
since you work for the prosecutor's office?
Mr. Chairman, Director Fuller, who's the CFO and oversees the petty cash funds, she may be able to provide some information.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Yeah, the petty cash funds, which are available to several departments, are generally for small items. When we say small, we generally say $25 or less, where it's not practical to issue a check or to do a purchase order, items that you generally would pay cash for. I don't want to misquote the exact amount of the petty cash fund for the prosecutor's office. I think it's not more than $1,000. And they do have to report to the finance department the amounts that they spend so that we can charge it to the budget. So it's not anything that's not appropriate and subject to, the fiscal laws of the state.
Okay. Any local media? Does this get paid out of any local media, the petty
It
cash?
gets paid out of the county budget.
Okay. But the local media, do you guys pay the local media with this?
No,
Like if you want to put something out there, say on
No,
this Hudson County View,
it's a
say,
separate line item.
it's not paid for advertisements.
Not
but
paid for
if they want to go to a store and buy a newspaper, but just a hard copy newspaper, you use petty cash for that.
okay,
It doesn't make sense to get a check to buy a newspaper.
okay,
So that's an example of what we would use petty cash.
okay, and everything's documented, right?
It's all documented, yes.
Okay.
Let
And
me
we
give
can
you an
go for that?
example. Mr. Mitchell, can you hear me?
But Al, let him finish, then you
Yeah,
speak.
well, let me give you the example.
She
let's
just
say-
did, Al. She just gave him 4 examples.
Yes,
Let him finish first.
that's
Go
good.
ahead. Then
Oh, go ahead. Is it,
You done?
that's everything? Okay, go ahead, Al. You
So
wanna
let's
explain?
say that because of your inquiries, the Hudson County prosecutor went to the Union City Municipal Building to investigate your complaints. And they had to park their car in a private parking lot and they paid $10. They would be reimbursed for that. Right? That's petty cash.
Okay, so they could use that. She could go use that to investigate Union City.
Investigate your complaints to Wayne Mello, and Wayne Mello sends his investigator to the Union City Municipal Building, and that the Union City Assistant Prosecutor or Investigator has to park his car or her car and pay a $10 parking wherever, because you can't park in Union City. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Right? You know that, right?
I don't, Leroy.
You know that, right?
I think Leroy definitely knows about it.
We're gonna have a
So
dialogue.
they'd have to park, they
Finish
have to pay a
thought speaking,
$10,
give him
they
his
have to pay a
minutes.
$10 parking charge, and
Let's
that would
go.
be reimbursed from petty cash. You don't have a problem with that, do you?
Well, I would like to see what it's really being used for. That's for sure. And all these investigations that's coming out of it that,
Okay.
all right, well, thank you for the information.
Are there any other speakers on the agenda items only?
Yes, I have. I have one question in regards to Mr. Mitchell's inquiry. When's the last time that the petty cash was audited to make sure it isn't sticky fingers cash and it's being utilized properly? And who did the audit?
The petty cash is turned over annually. It's not a revolving, it must be liquidated every year on a calendar year basis, and then it's reestablished in January.
How much is the total again?
I believe the director on this particular one, I think the director said it was about $1,000.
Okay. Right. And does that ever get checked to make sure it's being utilized for the proper purposes?
Well, what happens
And not
is
Subway sandwiches?
when they get the information, they review it to make sure that it is being spent in accordance with the petty cash rules, because it has to be replenished, so that it gets back up to whatever the level is once it's been drawn down against.
And what if, say, 1 month into the year is drawn down and there's no more petty cash? Do they get more?
Yeah, what happens is they have to as they spend money, they have to submit that to the finance department. And then once the finance department sees all that, then they issue them another check so that the account gets replenished. But in December, all of them have to be closed out. Everything gets returned. And then it reestablishes again in January.
All right, so it could be ended up being way more than $1,000 over the course of the year. It could be tens of $1,000s technically.
During the year, I don't think it gets up to that amount, but it could. I mean, the director may have more information.
Right.
Yeah, I just got from my staff. The prosecutor has 2 petty cash accounts, but one is called a business petty cash and one is called confidential petty cash. Each of those are $3,000. They are turned over as they use it up. It's turned over every year, and it's audited every year by the county independent auditors.
Absolutely.
Petty cash funds are audited every year.
All right, I appreciate your answers. This is excellent. And who does the actual audits and who checks the auditor to make sure that they're auditing properly?
The independent auditor that audits all of the county books and records, checks looks at the petty cash funds along with all other cash. The auditors have what they call peer review, where they look at each other. It's a check and balance on auditing firms to make sure that they're conducting the audit in accordance with auditing standards.
Okay. All right, appreciate you. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Are there any other speakers on the agenda? There being, Commissioner Sefeli, did you say
I'm
something?
sorry.
Okay.
Being there no further speakers, may I have a motion to approve all the items on the consent agenda?
Before we vote.
Motion.
And a
Bill-
second?
Hold on, Billy, did you say something?
Yeah, on item 15, Abe, I don't have my backup with me. What was the 2 questions? What is the daily rate per juvenile going up to? Is it 436 or 536? Total amount.
Give me a second, Commissioner. I have to go in. I think it
It
was,
was in the backup.
yeah, it's in the backup. That's what I'm getting. I believe it was 565, but give me a second here. I could tell you. Okay, the rate, the current rate is $465.24. It's going up to $565.24, so $100.
And the education amount is how much?
The education amount is $58.49.
And is that, my question on that is that amount every day? So do they have the equivalent of school there on a daily basis when most schools don't have school during the summer? We charge that every day of the year.
I believe we are. It's a daily rate. I don't know if Doris can answer that.
She knows the answer to that.
So you don't know if it's spread over like 280 days of normal
Yeah, I don't know
school
what,
years,
like, I don't know.
or 365 days.
Yeah, if every day a juvenile's
Now,
at the
question,
detention center, or the education programs for the
Yeah.
requirement.
Is it prorated over the actual number of school days, which is probably 280 days?
Yeah, something like
And you know, commissioners, the backup says it's prorated. It does say that. It does say that the number is prorated. It does say that, but the director's at the microphone.
Right, there's not a lot more I can add to that, other than the fact that I suppose it would be in accordance with the regular school year and.
You suppose, but
indicated
don't know,
to be
but-
prorated.
but
But
Bill's
Doris, you
looking
don't
for an
know that
actual,
answer.
yeah, an
You
actual.
don't know that answer for sure, correct?
Yeah,
I can
you're saying
verify it though,
suppose,
Commissioner.
but
We'll verify
Bill
it.
wants an actual answer.
Yeah, we'll verify that it is
All right.
prorated based on the, the actual school year.
So I think, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that the average public school New Jersey year is about 280 actual calendar days, I think. And as opposed to 365 days full year. Is that with vacations and is that right? I don't know.
Yes, Kenny.
So the only point I want to make is that the cost per day for any juvenile that we have there for a 12-month period is $206,225. Think about that. That's all I have to say.
Bill, I'm sorry, Bill, could you just for my own edification, your number is that for every actual day, calendar day, 365 days a year.
Correct.
One of the juveniles that we have, how much is that per day?
No, not per day. If a juvenile goes there and stays there from January 1 to December 31st of the year for one entire year,
Yeah.
the cost is $206,225
Per day.
Imagine, no, for the year, for one person for the entire year.
$60,000.
$206,000 per year for a person that a juvenile that stays there for the entire year, based on the
But very few juveniles stay there for the entire year.
So, but the magnitude of cost is still unbelievable.
I know, I agree. That number is rather hefty. What I'm thinking is though,
$106,000.
but how does that break down to the average day spent by the average young man or woman? That's
I have no idea. We should find that out. I'm just saying, for $206,000 a year, I don't know what we're
No,
getting.
I agree with you. That's an eye-opening amount.
It's a wow amount.
I have a motion and a second on the consent agenda. I'll take the roll. Commissioner Aponte Lipsky. This is on the consent agenda.
She's muted.
I'm sorry, aye.
Commissioner Basleys. Yeah, we did.
It was already
Yeah,
motion.
a motion and second.
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
I'm gonna vote no on 15 and aye on the rest.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes,
We have no ordinances for introduction, but we have 5 for the public hearing. A1, Roads and Public Property. Ordinance amending Chapter 200, Article 13 of the Administrative Code for the installation of stop signs in county-owned roadways in the city of Hoboken. This is the time fixed for a public hearing on this ordinance, which was introduced at the meeting on November 25th, 2025, advertised as required by law, together with a notice of hearing for this time. It's been posted on the County Commissioners Bulletin Board and made available to the general public. Are there any speakers on this ordinance? Seeing none, a motion to close the hearing?
Motion.
All in
Second.
favor?
Cedeno,
Opposed? On the final adoption, Commissioner Pontilivski,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys, Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Al,
Commissioner,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
Yes,
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
yes, did you get the sponsor and the second on that?
Um,
Pino sponsored and Copass seconded.
We've already got that. For the introduction, we got that on the introduction.
Okay.
A2, this is law, resolution amending the Hudson County Administrative Code pursuant to the applicable provisions of the optional county charter law, NJSA 40:41-1. This is the time fixed for the public hearing of this ordinance, which was introduced at the meeting of November 25th, 2025, advertised as required by law, together with a notice of hearing for this time. It's been posted on the County Commissioners Bulletin Board and made available to the general public. Are there any speakers on this ordinance? There being none, a motion to close the hearing.
Motion.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Seconded that.
On the final adoption,
Excuse me, you didn't read that one line, just read that after the numbers, so people know the moving.
pardon me?
On that A2, just read the rest of it.
I'm sorry, I didn't,
In other words, you stop at A-1, read the rest of it for the benefit of, for the record. You have it?
moving the Office of Emergency Management from Department of Roads and Public Property to the Sheriff's Office.
Okay, continue for the next.
Right.
Okay. On the final adoption,
We did it.
Commissioner Pontilivski,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys,
Yes.
Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
yes,
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes,
The ordinance has been adopted. Ordinance A3, Roads and Public Property. Ordinance amending Chapter 200, Article 8.11 of the Administrative Code to establish a restricted parking space on Willow Avenue, City of Hoboken, for James B. Rooney. This is the time fixed for the public hearing of this ordinance, which was introduced at the meeting of November 13th, 2025, advertised as required by law, together with a notice of hearing for this time. It's been posted on the County Commissioners Bulletin Board and made available to the general public. Are there any speakers on this ordinance?
motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On the final adoption, Commissioner Pontilivski,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys, Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
yes,
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes,
The ordinance has been adopted. A4, Roads and Public Property. Ordinance amending Chapter 200, Article 27 of the Administrative Code to establish traffic calming devices, delineators on County Avenue in the town of Secaucus. This is the time fixed for the public hearing of this ordinance, which was introduced at the meeting of November 13th, 2025, advertised as required by law, together with the notice of hearing for this time. It's been posted on the County Commissioners Bulletin Board and made available to the general public. Are there any speakers on this ordinance? Seeing none, I'll ask for a motion to close the hearing.
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On the final adoption, Commissioner Aponte Lipsky,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys, Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
Yes.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes.
The ordinance has been adopted. A5, an ordinance of the County of Hudson, State of New Jersey, approving and authorizing the entering into execution and delivery of a lease and development agreement with the Hudson County Improvement Authority for the Liberty Science Center High School project with an estimated cost not to exceed $76 million. The cost of such project to be financed through the issuance of county secured lease revenue bonds of the Hudson County Improvement Authority. The entering into executive and delivery of a lease agreement with the Hudson County Schools of Technology to provide science, technology, engineering, and mathematics educational service for the students of the county. The gratuity of the payment of the principal of an interest on not exceeding $76 million arrogant principal amount of county secured lease revenue bond series 2025 Liberty Science High School project issued by the Hudson County Improvement Authority for the purpose of providing additional security therefore, consenting to such financing and determining certain other matters in connection therewith. This is the time fixed for the public hearing of this ordinance, which was introduced at the meeting of November 13th, 2025, advertised as required by law, together with a notice of hearing for this time. It's been posted on the County Commissioners Bulletin Board and made available to the general public. Are there any speakers on this ordinance? Seeing none, I'd ask for a motion to close.
Motion to close.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? On the final adoption.
One quick question before.
Oh,
Go ahead, Billy.
What are the number of students that the school will accommodate?
If I recall, Commissioner, I think it's 400.
400 students?
Hold on, is the superintendent of schools on? Somebody representative from the schools of
If somebody
technology?
from school should be on, right?
Somebody from schools of technology who we have.
I see a hand is up.
Okay, please let the hand in, please. Who is it?
Hi, it's Alicia Abraham.
Hi, Alicia.
It's 400.
You hear that, Billy?
Okay, 400 students. You got a gym, so I hope you have sports there.
Thank you.
Okay, that was my only question.
Thank you. Commissioner Ponte Lipsky,
Aye.
Commissioner Basleys,
Yes.
Commissioner Cedeno,
Yes.
Commissioner Sefeli,
Yes.
Commissioner Lopez, Commissioner O'Day,
Now before I vote, I just want to note that when you include land into the cost of this project, which I estimate at about 15 million, which was donated through the city of Jersey City, that's $25 million of a $91 million project, which is 27.5% of the total cost of the project has been made by cash or value of land through the city of Jersey City. So
We love Jersey City.
but it's important to note. It's important to note the what the city of Jersey City put into this project in order to have.
And we all love Jersey City. Great.
I don't know in other schools we've never had this level of commitment of both land and cash into a project. Just think it's important to put that on the record. But I vote aye.
Commissioner O'Day, your vote?
Aye.
Yes, I vote aye.
Commissioner Rodriguez,
Yes.
Commissioner Walker,
Yes.
Chairman Romano.
Yes.
The ordinance has been adopted.
We all love Jersey City.
This concludes the items of business on today's agenda. Are there any comments from the commissioners on the business of the board?
Yeah, could either Christine Morrow or Harold call me, please, after the meeting? One of them is on, I'm assuming. Harold or Christine, correct? Thank you.
Are there any comments from the chief?
My hand was up. My hand was up. No one noted that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Billy.
I just want to note for the record that I believe that the juvenile detention system is woefully broken in the state of New Jersey. The amount of dollars per day that we're being charged to house an individual that, in my opinion, does not receive a thorough and efficient education. The fact that we know that at this facility, we have brought in additional programs for the youth that are there because Essex doesn't provide it. And we know that that's even created some issues within the juveniles that are there because we're the ones who brought it in and it's for our youth. It's a huge problem, and I was proud to support Jerry Walker from day one when he announced he was running for the state assembly, and I have strong faith that as someone who I know believes, spent his career, past his athletic career, dedicated to youth and helping inner city youth, that he will make this a mantra for what he's going to be remembered as down in the state legislature. But I think we need to note how bad it is, how broke it is, and how insanely expensive it is for youth. And we're happy that they don't often have youth detained, but I hate to say they're probably youth. If we had a decent program, the judges would be more willing and apt to allow them to go through it if it was going to actually help them, as opposed to.
Can I say something? I think Billy is absolutely right. I think that this expenditure we just kind of like lay back and say, well, that's what it is. We got to pay it. I don't think we're getting the bang for the buck. And more importantly, the children are not getting the bang for the buck. And Billy's last comment about the judges, is Judge Maynor still involved in Hudson County?
Yes. I think so.
Is that Billy? Do you know, or Jerry? Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
She is.
So maybe we ought to get her involved and kind of drill down on the costs per day for these young people, because I think Billy's right. We're not getting our bang for the buck, and not we are not getting it. It's the children are not getting it, and it just seems like one of these things that we just like say, oh, all right, push the button. That's how much it costs. Blah 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 blah. But we don't follow up. But I think Billy's right to bring a spotlight on this.
I think so. Yeah.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Having a little background in juvenile justice.
Microphone. You've got to use the microphone.
With respect to what happened, if you recall, we built back in the 90s a new juvenile detention center. And the state came up with the Juvenile Justice Commission. They put a lot of funding into services within the community, and then we didn't have a need for juvenile detention centers. Unfortunately, those that did keep their juvenile detention centers kind of dictate what they want and what they get when it comes to a bed with regard to services. It's our duty to make sure that our children, wherever they're housed, should get their services. It's also our duty to make sure that the state Juvenile Justice Commission, Youth Justice Commission now, they come up with some alternatives, because at some point in time we're going to get back to the situation where there are just not many programs available for the kids, and they're not going to have anywhere to go. So we're in a situation right now where we have to pay what they're asking us to pay. And at the same time, we need to make sure that the funding, if they they just said now, NJAC, New Jersey Association of Counties, is working towards trying to reinvent the juvenile justice system again. So I agree. I did vote yes, just because the kids have to go somewhere, and they need to get some kind of service. But I agree, we need to work on this, and I'm very confident that Jerry Walker, who's dealt with children for a lot of years, is going to help us get there.
Jerry?
Yeah, so I totally agree with my colleague, Commissioner O'Day. I'm gonna lean on you too, my colleague Basti, but this is gonna be like a top priority of mine. I served as a representative of the NJAC from this body here, and it was a big issue. And we got to come up with some real solutions. And as you know it, most of these kids that do get in trouble like this is lack of education. And that's like one of my number one priorities, to educate the youth, because I believe, once you do that, they can make better decisions, pathway to a successful life and being a model citizen. That's what we try to create my nonprofit, Team Walker. Not always, be a millionaire, but just be a productive citizen in a society, which is a win for me. So this is something that we got to tackle. It's something that the state seemed not to, I don't know, not care, but pass the ball around a little bit, and our youth is really struggling from this issue. So this is something that I'm going to really tackle and really put some eyes on too. And to Basquiles, I would love to talk to you about some legislation that could support this, because I know you have a tremendous amount of experience, but this is something that's going to be a top priority of mine.
Thank you, Jerry. Continue, Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
Are there any comments from the Chief of Staff to the County Executive?
From the Deputy Chief, we have nothing. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
This is the time for persons who submitted a timely written request to address the board on any matter of public interest. Please remember to limit your comments for 3 minutes. My first speaker is Leroy Truth.
And before you start my time, I request respectfully 5 minutes, because I am here to protect children from an alleged assaulter, and I have to speak in code. And so I request this because it needs more time for the gravity of the situation. So would that be approved?
Yeah, is this your cell number?
What's the
I would
commission?
support it.
Thank you.
Chairman,
Thank you.
what do you want me to do?
All right.
5 minutes? Five?
I appreciate that. And the professionalism here is always awesome. Now, there's 3 elements I want to address today. The first is my colleague, David Snow, with the exposure report. He noted and saw and identified an egregious fire code violation in the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office. And Esther Suarez would do nothing about it for many, many days. Finally, she acknowledged it, relocated the Hudson County Prosecutor's intake into the lobby of the building down the street here. It has been a year, and David Snow potentially saved lives, and no one acknowledged him. So I asked that he get a commendation for noting that. And it was in the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office. There was no egress out of that lobby. And men, women, children could have died. So I want to put that on record. His name is David Snow with the exposure report. Now, the next item is extremely concerning, and this goes directly to Alberico here, is I'm here to protect women from sexual predators, and I'm here to protect children from predators. And there is one Lieutenant Fedro of the Hudson County Sheriff's officers who it was sustained in an internal investigation that he in fact did send private pictures of his privates, shall we say, not private pictures, pictures of his privates to a female sheriff officer. It was sustained. Why isn't he fired? And here's a number of questions to be answered after I'm done. And to Mr. Alberico here. And number 1 is Internal Affairs found the allegations sustained. Now, Lieutenant Fedro was supposed to be suspended and terminated by the sheriff, but the law department, Mr. Federico here, keeps dragging their feet because of politics and his alliance to the new sheriff coming in town, Jimmy Davis, who is also an alleged sexual harasser, an alleged sexual predator. Now, according to the Attorney General guidelines, Internal Affairs is able to serve and suspend an officer even when they are not working. So why are you stalling, Mr. Alberico?
Okay.
Lieutenant Fedro keeps calling out sick to avoid the suspension, and this is going on for months, and evading accountability. And why is he abusing the sick time to avoid suspension? I am here to protect female officers. And Mr. Romano, I understand you're dating a female sheriff officer, and that's wonderful. How would you feel if Lieutenant Fedro sent your
Mr. Chairman, who's sitting there?
Himself?
Excuse me, sir. Who's sitting there? Now the chairman's coming back. But Mr. Chairman,
Can you my time, please?
we're getting into
Yep.
rather
Go back to-
substantial
Thank you.
personnel issues.
That's
I,
it.
I don't think it's
3 minutes.
appropriate to discuss this in an open meeting.
3 minutes.
No, I don't care about the 3 minutes. My point is
Going.
that,
Stop it and then.
can anybody hear me or no?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't care about the 3 minutes. The substance of what the discussion is extremely personal about personnel.
Did he use the right?
And I don't think it's appropriate to be discussing that in an open meeting without noticing the people involved. So can we just like move on here? This is crazy.
Done.
All right, that's it. The speaker's done. 3 minutes.
That is cowardly.
That's.
I'm here to protect
not
women, so
cowardly,
whoever's
it's the law.
talking,
It's
the law. It's not
protect women from a
3
sexual
minutes.
predator.
That's it. Done.
How dare you? All
3
right,
minutes is done.
so that's noted. I'm going to
Next
continue.
speaker. Next speaker.
No.
That's it.
You'll give me 5
You're
minutes.
done.
3 minutes.
No,
Now-
this is about protecting children. I'm here to protect. You gave me
stage
5
four.
minutes and you
3
suddenly took
minutes.
away my time.
Yes, 3 minutes. That's.
I'm here to
what the law
protect
is.
children. Edwin Marinez,
3
an alleged predator, is teaching in
3
University
minutes
right now, sir.
Officers, that's.
Chairman, can we
3
move
minutes.
on
You
here?
took
That's
that
it.
time away because
Move
I
on.
talked
Next
about
speaker.
Lieutenant Matt Fedro sending
That's it.
pictures of his
That's
privates
it.
to a female
That's
officer.
it. 3 minutes, sir.
You're gonna
My next-
That's it. No, we're just asking. That's it. 3 minutes. That's it.
Why did you take away?
Yeah,
I had 5 minutes. You
3
gave me 5
3
minutes on the
minutes.
clock,
You're
sir.
not gonna respond to him.
Right?
3 minutes. That's it.
Why did you take away my 5
3
minutes?
minutes. Get
5
into
minutes.
personnel.
Why did you take away
3
my 5
minutes.
minutes, sir?
That's it. Next speaker.
I'm here to talk about
Next
Next
protecting our
speaker.
children in Union
That's it.
City from Edwin
Is
Marinez.
Raymond
Three-
Mitchell?
3
Mr.
minutes.
Chairman?
Next speaker.
Am I gonna be
Is
arrested?
Raymond Mitchell?
I just want him to keep his word. I want
3
Mr.
minutes.
Romano to keep his word.
3 minutes,
That's all.
please. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
So you're protecting Edwin Marinez, alleged sexual predator.
I don't even know who that is.
I'm here to protect him.
Well, 3 minutes. Next speaker.
Disgusting.
Raymond Mitchell?
That is Anthony Romano, chairman of the Board of Commissioners.
Okay, as we all know, I'm here mostly every meeting about what is going on with my father and a mystery death coming out of North Bergen Harbors, owned by Hackensack Berlin. I also had to go to Trenton, okay, and speak as well. And it's a disgrace that Hudson County is not doing their job, okay? Esther Suarez wants to say that my dad died of COVID, okay? And I have not received any proof of this, okay, of the cause. And I'm still waiting for Esther Suarez. Now it's Wayne Mello, okay? That's a new assistant prosecutor or whatever he is, that Matthew Plankin, the other criminal, okay, that's obstructing
Attorney General.
justice.
Yeah.
What? What?
Continue.
Continue.
Who? Somebody just,
He said
Continue.
Attorney General.
oh, that was him? Good. I don't care about him. He knows what he did. Him and Brian Stack. Okay? Now, I want to know how that we need to get rid of Wayne Mello for not doing his job and giving me my information about my father that died of COVID. I asked him also to arrest Esther Suarez, okay, for covering up my father's mystery death coming out of North Bergen Harbors. I got nothing. I go up and down the chain and you get nowhere. Now, is Brian Stack blocking me? I think he is for some reason. Because he's the chairman of the judiciary. It doesn't make sense what is happening to me. I go to Trent, I show everybody the picture. Everybody sees the strangle marks. But for some reason here in Hudson County doesn't. Adam was supposed to help out in the beginning of all this. You know, and I don't want to put him onto this. I don't want anybody here to do any of this investigation. It was supposed to be Esther Suarez. And she just left and retired. And she goes to another law firm. And it's not fair to me that I got to continue this in this pandemic. What happens if this all happened to your family? How would you feel? And the prosecutor's office doesn't do anything. I don't understand where's the law. Is there any rule of law here? Is there anything like, well, there is none. I just don't understand. How many more times I got to come to these meetings and express myself? Nobody has an answer, nothing. Everybody's a public servant, supposed to be taking an oath to allegiance and protecting everybody's rights. And sir, I don't understand. Even Dennis Miller, the chief, fabricated lies about me and Mr. Ganelli. And falsified statements. Esther Suarez just obstructed them.
Thank you, Mr. Mo. Listen, Mr.
The next speaker is Courtney Walker.
Before my time starts, can I ask a clarifying question on one of the items I missed coming up, or is that okay?
At
Just
the
to
end,
clarify.
after you finish speaking.
Okay, yeah. All right. Hello, commissioners. My name is Courtney Walker, and I'm a resident of Jersey City. I have two items to address today. First, regarding the Immigrant Trust Act discussion from September. After that meeting, the undersheriff told several members of the public that the sheriff's office is now required to document any encounters with federal agencies like ICE in their day-to-day work. I understood that to include any time ICE is present on county property such as Braddock Park. He encouraged us to file OPRA requests for these reports. However, over the past few months, my OPRA requests have consistently come back with no records. This past week, when I followed up, the undersheriff did provide one report from September 13th, which was very helpful. I just want to reiterate to this group how important these reports are. When federal agents appear in our parks or community spaces, it's alarming. These records help residents understand what's happening, and they support the spirit of the Immigrant Trust Act, which so many community members voiced support for in September. Second, I'd like to follow up on our discussion from last month about Hudson County's election process. On sample ballots arriving late, I checked if the deadline for mailing sample ballots was after early voting had started or didn't give enough time as it had in prior years. This was a point Commissioner Cifelli raised. It doesn't look like this was the case, and it shouldn't have been an issue with the extra early voting days this year. On early voting access, the disparities remain significant still. Going back to the June primary, Union City had 8% of the county's voters, but received 10 early voting sites. Jersey City had nearly 40%, but only received 7. As a result, over 90% of Union City voters lived within a quarter mile of a site, compared to just 16% in Jersey City. And in Harrison and East Newark, no residents lived within half a mile of a site. Proximity to these sites matters. Turnout reached 26% for voters within a quarter mile of a site, but only 16% for those who lived more than a mile away in the June primary. When access improves, participation improves. To the county's credit, more sites were added for the November election. Jersey City increased from 7 to 12, and Hoboken gained a second site. That's progress, but one cycle isn't enough to resolve longstanding gaps, especially when the sample ballots informing voters of these new locations arrived late. To ensure a fair and equitable election process, continued improvements are needed, including reliable and timely mailings from the clerk's office, a transparent population-based process for selecting early voting locations, a public voter education and outreach plan, and routine reporting on turnout gaps and steps to close them. Thank you. And then one clarifying question on A2, we're moving the Office of Emergency Management from Department of Roads and Public Property to the Sheriff's Office. I just want to clarify what that entails, like what the Office of Emergency Management is and why it's moving from roads to sheriff.
Okay, Alberico or Adam? Or Abe?
Well, I can only speak as to the reason why. And just let me pull it up for the backup documentation. So we looked in line with what the rest of the state does. And in the rest of the state, the other 20 counties, there are no other counties that have it under the Department of Roads and Public Property. So in the interest of organizing this separate department correctly, as we've done in recent other administrative changes as well, 5 of the other 20 counties in New Jersey have the OEM under the sheriff's office, whereas the remaining 15 all have it under a department that doesn't exist as a department in Hudson County, the Department of Public Safety and Health. Now, other reasons why that I can highlight, and obviously the sheriff's office and OEM can speak better to that, is that key elements of the Office of Emergency Management are the 911 center, the patrol bureau, and they also have, the OEM has overlap with municipalities that is needed in order to have an effective Office of Emergency Management. Those are some of the reasons. Obviously, emergency management and the sheriff's office can speak more about it, but to be more in line with the state, which we are the only state that had it this way, it was just an administrative change that we looked into as a whole.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
No,
Can I make a comment about the speaker?
Go ahead.
I totally get her comments about the dispropriety of the ballot spaces for automatic ballots, or not say automatic, but ballots by drop off. That why does one municipality have an extremely efficient ratio, and other municipalities, like in my district, which she mentioned, Kearney, Harrison, East Newark, Secaucus, has a low level compared to the registered voters. I think that's where she's getting her figures from, and I totally get it. When through the last election, when I walked around, I saw that there weren't, like in Harrison, I think there was one drop off in front of the municipal building. Kearney maybe had 2 drop offs, but East Newark, they may have had 1 in front of the borough hall. But in
Can
other
I
municipalities,
clarify my point really quick? I'm sorry, Commissioner Cefali, but I'm speaking about early voting sites. I think
Yeah.
you're thinking of ballot drop off.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Maybe I conflated those two. You're right.
Yeah, like
but
Harrison doesn't have any early
yeah, but
voting
that's
sites.
but I agree with you. That's my
Yeah.
point. I
Yeah.
agree. I conflated the drop-off sites with the boxes, but I think you're absolutely right. Why don't we have a one man, one vote? Like, why don't we have a proportional sightings for these things? We seem that some districts seem to get more favorable treatment than my districts, my towns. So I agree with that. I think you're absolutely right.
Okay, thank you. Next speaker.
Chairman, one more item. We have no other speakers. One more item. I just want to remind the commissioners to look at the dates for next year's meetings so that we can move them at the reorganization meeting.
I'm just on the prior speaker, 2 points.
Go ahead, Billy.
On the first point that the speaker made,
Just
why
hold
can't we
on.
set up a protocol where all of the reports filed by the sheriff's department related to ICE at any county property are automatically forwarded to either the chair of the public safety committee or the members of the public safety committee? That way, the ability to share that information would be easier. But beyond that, the board would be conscious or always aware of what type of activities may be going on with ICE officers. And I think that's important for us to know. And on the last point about early voting locations, can we request that the appropriate election officials provide us a report that would show us where and how, and I guess at what cost it would be if we provided all parts of the county to an early voting location within, we use 1/4 mile and then a 1/2 mile of where individuals live. I think that would be at least important for us as we look to see how it may be possible to expand that. And I would note that with Union City, it's fairly extraordinary because I believe for the most part they're actually trailers. That they're actually trailers that are bought in order to accommodate the ability to have early voting. And I commend and compliment the mayor for wanting to do that. But I think that that we need to be able to do that everywhere, throughout the county.
Billy, I totally agree with you. Mayor Stack is a great proponent of getting the vote out, but I think that should filter out through the rest of the towns
Yeah, absolutely. It's
in
gotta
our
be fair.
municipality, and whatever we need to do to approximate Mayor Stack's civic endeavors, we should do throughout the county.
Mr. Chairman, there's no other business to come before the board.
Say, Alberico did not answer the question, and I said at the end. other
Meeting,
commissioners, are
the
you-
meeting is adjourned.
Alberico, what's the answer?